Marriage starts out, you're lovebirds. Your husband is, or a husband is infatuated with his wife. That's how the courting starts, or that's how it should to begin with anyway. And he can't see you enough. He can't be with you enough. He spends so much time with you. He listens. He actually listens to what you say. You talk, you walk, you whine, you dine, it's amazing for about 3 years. And for the life of me, I cannot find the video that explained about marriage and how the man is obsessed for the first 3 years and then that dies off and then he gets more concentrated into his career and things like that. Now, marriage is something that you have to work at, and you have to work at it every day, every year, for decades. It never gets easier. It actually gets more difficult. Now, men and women are total opposites. We are just different, and we love that whole, most women love that whole affectionate, attention, sweet, and men, they want to watch sports or play sports or fix the car or ride their motorcycle or work on the computer. And you're like, hello, remember me? So the thing is, there's just a couple of things to do. Realize men and women are opposites. They even have a book written back in the day. One's from Mars, one's from Venus or something like that. I never read the book, but it explained to what I believe how opposite men and women are. Now, we'll get into relationships later about the diverse difference in men and women, but right now we're talking about marriage. The most important thing is, I always say, at least try to have one date night at least a month. With heavy schedules and sometimes when you have young children, it's not as easy. But date night is very important. And it doesn't always have to be just go out to eat, because a meal's over in a half hour, 45 minutes. And if you go to the movies, you're not paying attention to each other. So even if you have your date night is just going for a walk, just going for a half hour, 45-minute walk, or going for a bicycle ride, or having a snowball fight outside, just the two of you, no children, just the two of you, no grandchildren, just the two of you. So you could spend time, and if you start this early in your marriage, it will just be a habit, because whatever you practice, you get better at it. Whatever you practice, you get better at it. So if you practice this date night, and if women will understand that men are different. True story. There was one woman that came to me and said, I'm starting not to love my husband anymore because all he does is pay attention to the children. He goes to all their sports. He does this, he does that. He doesn't pay any attention to me. And I said to her, fall on your knees and thank God that he is a good father, because this is a season in his life where he is going to make your children wonderful men and women, because he is giving them his attention. And like I told her, get a date night in once a week or minimum once a month, so you and he will be together. But thank God that he spends so much time with your children, and he loves them, and he goes to sports. Go with him, and, pump up the team thing. I don't know much about sports, but when you go there, just clap and yell and do whatever he does. Just follow his lead and tell him what a wonderful father he is. Tell him that you're very proud of him. The same with you out there. The thing is, a man is going to be a man, and he's going to prefer, after the infatuation wears off, he's going to prefer working out in the yard. My husband's a contractor. He likes to build things. So he's always like Roger Rabbit, all over the place, building things, fixing things, cleaning things. Well, not really cleaning things. Strike that. He doesn't clean anything. He's a pig. Shh. Okay. But he does clean his tools and things like that. Finally, he gets everything in order. So he became OCD because of me over that. But the thing is, praise your husband. Tell him you love him. Tell him he's wonderful. Tell him he's kind. if he is those things, but be positive with him. And men, if any men are watching this video, if you could just give some attention to your wife, even if it's telling her what a wonderful meal she made or how she looks good, or if you're going to take a run somewhere, ask her if she wants to go with you. If you have to go pick something up, say, I enjoy your company in the car, you want to come with me, and make it a habit of just taking her with you. If you go somewhere, even if she just sits in the car, she would love that. She would love that. So both ends, but marriage is very, very difficult. And I'm talking about a marriage that is a good marriage. Men and women are different, just like different people like different flavors of ice cream. And you're not gonna like someone that hates chocolate to eat it. And you're not gonna get someone that loves vanilla or hates vanilla. You're not gonna get someone that hates vanilla to eat it just because you do. So we are opposites. And even though they say opposites attract, men and women are total differences. Men and women are totally different. And that's how it is. And to make your marriage work, just understand that and be as kind as you possibly can to each other. Give each other as much affection as you possibly can, even if it's forced and faked. Because you know you do, even if it's forced and faked. I don't mean faked in a bad way. I mean even if you have to push yourself to do it, because whatever you practice, you get. Exactly. So if you practice giving your husband more attention, if you practice giving your wife more attention, you will get better at it. And wives, understand that husbands are just going to do their own thing. They're not interested in things that we're interested in. So marriage is hard. You have to keep working at it. You have to keep connecting with each other. And like I said, the most important thing is try once a week to have date night, because that will be your time together. And that will help the marriage immensely. To have success in a marriage, you have to make time for each other. And even if it's just once a week, that will make all the difference in the world. And remember, you're both different. And that's how it is. And marriage is hard work. So keep working on it. Don't just get divorced because it's not the same as it was before, because it's not going to be the same. It's ever changing. Like sometimes we have a winter, I'm on the East Coast. Sometimes we have a winter where we have 36 inches of snow constantly, or summer, and then sometimes there's no snow at all. Sometimes we have summers that are very mild, and sometimes we have 9, I'm exaggerating, but it feels like it, 9 consecutive heat waves in a row, and that's 3 days of 90 degrees. And sometimes we have 2 days and 1 day off, and then 2 days and 1 day off. So they're not considered heat waves, but it's horrendous. So it's just like the seasons. Seasons aren't consistent, and the seasons are in our marriage, and the seasons in our marriage won't be consistent either. But like I said, over and over and over and over again, have a date night at least once a week. That way you're sitting across the table from each other, or you're taking a walk holding hands, and you're talking a bicycle riding or something you can find to do that is just the two of you, and not going to a movie, because you're just watching a movie. That doesn't count. Okay. So steps to success in marriage, and it's not easy. Okay, please share this with all your married friends and unmarried friends, and please leave comments below if you'd like some more ideas or suggestions, and subscribe. So until we meet again, God bless you.